3, 2, 1. And if you want to know how I made this from scratch, vanilla ice cream, chocolate cookies, let's get right into it. So making ice cream cookie sandwiches is a 2-step process. Basically, you need to make the ice cream and you need to make the cookies. Starting off with the ice cream, it's super simple. It actually could not be easier. Ice cream is one of the easiest things you can make in the kitchen. Try to prove me wrong. Literally try to prove me wrong. First, we're starting off with some heavy cream. We have whole milk, we have coconut sugar, vanilla extract, and some salt. And we're popping all of that into the same saucepan, and we're just cooking it on medium to low heat, low to medium heat, whatever, low-ish, medium-ish heat. And we're just letting the sugar dissolve, letting everything mix together, come together nicely, and that's it. That's literally it. Like, you did it. Once you've done that, you've done it all, basically. And vanilla is the easiest ice cream to make because they're just, you know, you've really got no more flavorings to add in there. It's just vanilla. Your only flavor is vanilla extract. So it's the easiest one to make and it takes the quickest. And once all the ingredients have come together in the pan, then you take it off the heat, you put it into a bowl, you let it sit for a few minutes to kind of come to room temp a little bit, then you pop it into the fridge, let it sit for a few hours, let it sit overnight. I chose to let it sit overnight, so here we go. It's the next morning. I'm popping the ice cream into the ice cream maker. As you know, I have an obsession with the ice cream maker. I love to make ice cream. It's easy, it's fun, it's simple, and it's delicious. And it's so cool that you can just make something that's so good at home. Like, I can't get over it. And of course, it's the one time ever I've ever spilled. Since when do I spill the ice cream? When do I spill the base? When? You've watched me do this before. When have I ever spilled the base like this? Never. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. I didn't spill that much. And we continue, we move on, we clean up the mess, and we move on. We're gonna let this spin for as long as it spins. It tells you when it's done, it just starts beeping, and then you know it's done. And that's when we take it out. I think it takes about maybe 20, 25 minutes. That's really it. It shouldn't take longer than 30 minutes, and it comes together really quickly. And then that's it. Once it's done, we just put it into a container and we put it into the freezer. So after preheating our oven to 350 degrees, and then we get right into the ingredients: flour, cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, and we're combining them in a small bowl with a whisk. Just sifting that together because you don't want any clumps. Cocoa powder tends to have a lot of clumps and lumps. I don't know why, but you have to break them up. Can't leave them in there like that. And then next we're working on the wet ingredients. So we're mixing some softened butter, sugar, which I'm using coconut sugar, and then brown sugar. And we're using a spoon kind of to like mix that together into a paste. Usually I would mix sugars and butter using a whisk, but not this time. This time I'm using a spoon type of thing because I'm putting in a paste. That's really what it says you have to do, so that's what I'm doing. We follow directions over here, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing here. Putting it into a paste, you can see it come together nice and easy. You just have to put a little bit of love into it, a little bit of effort. A lot of people rush through baking or cooking and then they wonder why their food or their desserts don't turn out as good as they should have turned out. It's because you didn't take the time. You know what I mean? You really gotta take the time with these things. You know, you get some muscles from baking and cooking. You gotta really, boom, you gotta really get your arm going, working in there. I'm telling you, get in the kitchen, they'll be like, why am I sore? The next day. That's all I'm saying. I'm just adding in the flour mixture and some milk along with a little bit of vanilla. Mixing that all together with the same exact spoon, spatula thing we got going here. And now we're ready. Our batter is all done. It took 5 seconds. It was so quick, so easy. And now using 2 spoons, since I don't have a cookie scoop, even though technically it would be easier with a cookie scoop, but at the end of the day, you gotta use what you gotta use. You know what I mean? You use what you have, all right? So I'm using the 2 spoon method where I take a little bit with 1 spoon and then I take a 2nd spoon and I just slide the batter right off, okay? Goes right onto the baking sheet. I wanna make them all the same size, so I'm just being careful to make sure that they're the same size, make sure that it's all cohesive. I wanna make sure they're not just sticking up. I wanna kind of smooth them down a little bit. And this is supposed to make 12 cookies, so I was really making sure to keep them small so that I could make sure that I had 12, because I was reading some of the comments and people were saying how some people only got 8, some people only got 9, so I'm sure they made them a little bit bigger than what the recipe called for. So I was making sure to make them nice and small so I could get 12, and what do you know? It worked out perfectly. I got exactly 12 cookies. Now we're popping them in the oven for only 9 minutes. I'm setting a timer. I do not want these to overbake, because if you overbake them, they're gonna be dry. Nobody wants a dry cookie, okay? Especially with an ice cream sandwich cookie, you do not want these things to be rocks. You don't want them to be brittle. You don't want them to be, tasteless, dry bark. So as soon as the timer went off, boom, we popped them right out of the oven. And then we bang them on the counter 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly what the recipe called for. That's exactly what I did. I set them to the side and I let them cool for a while. Once they were cool, I popped them onto a plate and put them into the freezer, because I didn't have enough room to put the entire cookie sheet in the freezer, so I just put them on a plate, put them in the freezer, same diff, right? So now we're on to the best part, which is filling the cookies with some homemade vanilla ice cream. So I grab the ice cream, it's nice and soft, perfect for sandwiching between 2 cookies if you're asking me. You can either use an ice cream scoop, which I of course don't have, what do you know? So I take a spoon, put that right on the cookie, sandwich it right on there. I want to use a lot of ice cream. You know why? Because when I pop these suckers back into the freezer, they're going to absorb some of that ice cream. That's right. That's what helps keep the cookie soft in the freezer. That's a baker's secret that I'm sharing with you now, so it's not so secret. And also, you don't want to bite into an ice cream cookie sandwich and there be barely any ice cream. Like, that's what we're here for at the end of the day. It's like, yes, the cookie is important. It needs to be good. It needs to be great. It needs to be soft. It needs to be chocolate. It needs to be all the things. But we're really here for the ice cream. Let's be real, we're here for the filling, we're here for the ice cream. That's what everybody wants. When I'm eating the ice cream cookie sandwich, I'm like, I could have used more ice cream actually. So I'm making sure to really pile it on there. I put a lot of ice cream on there. Those are supposed to set in the freezer for a few hours. You can eat them immediately if you prefer, but you put them in the freezer for a little while. Like I said, the cookie absorbs the ice cream. You've got a softer cookie, you've got more taste, more flavor, more everything. That's what you want. If you're impatient and you can't wait, you just want to eat it right then, like I did. I wanted to eat it right then, I really did. You just have to channel your inner discipline. You have to channel your willpower, and you have to say, no, not right now, but in a couple hours I'll come get you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you do. It made 6 beautiful ice cream cookie sandwiches. I put them back on the plate and then right back in the freezer. Once those couple hours have ended, we are back, baby. We are back and we're ready for some dessert. Let's all just take a minute. Look at this. I'm sorry. That's right. Show some respect on my name. One more time. Turn her around. That's right. Get a good look. Looks amazing. And we better try them soon because I feel like they're already melting. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't even know which one to have. I mean, is there a difference? No, they all look the same. Okay. All right, let's just take a minute. Should we do this one? I can already tell the cookie is soft. That's exactly what you want. You want this soft cookie. And the ice cream, we already know the ice cream's good. I've made this ice cream before. Delish. I'm not even a vanilla ice cream fan. You know that. You know me. I don't even love vanilla, but this one is good. Not that I would ever choose it over chocolate ice cream. If I ever did that, just know that there must be a gun to my head or something like that, because I would never choose vanilla over chocolate. And that's what any sane person would say as well. Oh my gosh. Let's just, one more look. Take it in. Drool. Do what you gotta do. Let's get back into it. Okay. The ice cream is just amazing. It's really sandwiched in there. It's thick. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. That tastes just like the one you get at the store. You know that store-bought rectangle one? That tastes just like, that's so weird. That's so weird. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting that. Another bite. We're gonna have to go in again. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? So to clarify what I'm tasting right now, this is like a cakey cookie. Not my personal favorite thing, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Not my personal favorite type of cookie. I like a fudgy, thick cookie. This is not dense. This is more on the cakey side. Literally picture the rectangle ones that you get from the store. It tastes just like that, but obviously better because it's homemade. Very good, very good, very good. I mean, I'm impressed. This is something that you can literally make for a party, a summer get together. This is what you could be making because everyone would love this. Are you kidding? The cookie, I love that it doesn't get rock hard. You put it in the freezer, it's not freezing. It's not rock hard, it's not cracking a tooth. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely use a glass of milk with this. You already know me. You need these chocolate cookie ice cream sandwiches in your life. I'm gonna make that statement right here, right now.